World at War's campaign is regarded as one of the hardest Call of Duty campaigns of all time. Whether it's the grenade spam or the countless waves of enemies, there's always something standing in your way, but you guys already know all of that. However, what you may not know about is the Deathcards. Deathcards are spread throughout the campaign, and once you collect one, you unlock its respective cheat in the co-op campaign menu. Some of these effects are positive, some are just visual, and some make the game really challenging. Playing with all of the effects at once forces you to change how you play the game. Before we get into the first mission, let me give you a brief rundown of what each death card does. The first few are pretty self-explanatory, like headshots cause enemies to explode and enemies take less bullet damage. There's also one that makes you shoot explosive pistol rounds while downed, which sounds good at first but isn't really that helpful when paired with the rest of the effects. Enemies never drop weapons when killed. This sounds pretty bad but is totally redundant while the Joker card is active. Your weapon arsenal consists of nothing but a knife and grenades. With headshots only, this is absolutely cooked. Melees are practically useless, so basically all you have as a weapon in this challenge are rocks. You can only recharge your health by getting kills. This is on veteran too, so you're pretty much one tap the whole game. Enemies take less explosive damage, and enemies die by headshots only. Enemies will have a dead and decayed appearance. This one is purely visual. It's a bit of a jump scare at first, but you get used to it quickly. Shoot downed co-op teammates to revive them if they die. Finally, something actually helpful. This is definitely the best effect out of the whole list. Get 3 kills in 5 seconds to become Berserk. This one sounds helpful, but in this challenge, the amount of times you will actually get it when you are in a position to use it is so rare, if ever. All weapons fire paintballs instead of bullets, another purely visual one. If you see orange dots around the map, that's what this is. Limits your HUD, turns on friendly fire, and makes you bleed out in half the time. With the rocks that we have, we don't need to check our ammo or grenades, and friendly fire is super rare. Bleeding out in half the time is a really tough addition though. Now that you have seen all the effects, you can imagine how much of a struggle this challenge really is. Because these effects are only available in the co-op campaign, I'll be playing through this challenge with my good friend Martin. The only thing left now is to get started. On to Semper. After the intro cutscene, you are presented with 3 options on how to progress. One is narrow but somewhat covered over the water on the left hand side. The other is the right hand side with lots of crates to hide behind but quite wide. And there is also a path through the destroyed house which is super covered until you get to the end where you almost instantly die. So Martin and I decide to start off by going to this little hut over here on the right and attack from there. After we clear out some enemies, one of us pushes up in the line of fire while the other stays in the hut ready to revive the point man. This is a strategy that we will be employing a lot throughout this campaign, as you will see. One of the things you may have noticed by now is that the visual effect of the enemies actually makes them harder to see, like I mentioned before. Especially on these nighttime missions, they can really blend into the bushes even more than they normally might. On top of the fact, our screens keep going grey because of the Queen of Hearts effect. After slowly pushing forward on the right hand side, we finally get our first checkpoint of the mission, which is really nice because up until this point, we have to keep seeing the starting cutscene over and over again. Now at this new checkpoint, the best strategy was push through this tiny hut on the right hand side, near where we came from, as it provides good cover. However, there are a lot of cracks and gaps that the enemies can hit you from. Once we cleared them out, we pushed forward and I tried saving Private Ryan.
Okay, save Private Ryan.
I'm staying in the house.
I think I saved him.
I hope so.
Oh, Private Ryan doesn't.
Unfortunately, I was unsuccessful. To move on to the next overwater hut, we cleared out the enemies on the edge and I ran up as Martin stayed behind to cover me in case more came. Moving on to the next segment of the mission, our plan was to avoid the main firefight by taking a sharp left turn immediately down the stairs. This can prove difficult as we are really exposed, but with good dodging and some luck we can make it. Once we get inside the hut, there are 2 dudes torturing a soldier and they aren't expecting an intrusion, which gives us a decent window of opportunity to kill them while they are startled. Then our strategy was to come around the path in between the buildings as it provides the most cover. One of us will push forward and the other stays back to revive them. After the area is cleared out, we move up the hill and the ambush shows up, which is pretty easy as most of our teammates can do the heavy lifting. One of the few times roebuck is actually useful. The next part of the mission, however, was one of the hardest. There are Japanese everywhere, you have little to no cover in a big space, there are guys with MGs and a dude in a sniper tower. This is where the King of Hearts comes into play. Martin and I decided that one of us will purposely get knocked so that we can use our explosive rounds to shoot out the flashlight at the top of the sniper tower. We do this because once the light goes out, the NPCs on your side are more effective, I'm pretty sure. Once we do that, I focus on taking out the dude on one of the turrets and taking his position, while Martin did the same for the other guy on the turret. After completing that section, we then moved on to the second ambush where the soldiers are playing dead. For this one, I took point, just peeking out the bend trying to hit enemies while Martin was throwing rocks to revive me. Enemies kept rushing us and we had to fall back a lot, but we just barely managed to survive.
Yep.
There.
Get me. Yep.
Instant.
Get me. Oh, guy coming around the corner. Get me. Yep.
Oh, hold up. There's a dude in front of me.
Okay, yeah, get him. There's 2 dudes coming up. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Stand back. Run back. Run back. Run back. Run back.
God. Wow, you're dying every second.
Yeah, yeah, I'm telling you. Stand back. Stand.
Ow. I'm dead. I'm dead.
What? What? Wait. Wait, no way we play this. No way we play this.
Hold up.
Run back. They're pushing.
Man?
They're pushing. They're pushing.
Uh-oh.
Got him.
I didn't make it.
Got you.
Nice.
Got you. Got you. Okay. Okay. Martin, walk backwards and throw it at them.
Going prone.
Shoot them, Martin. Get them.
Got you first, so you can get me up, and we can loop this.
Oh,
Stab him.
yes! Oh
Nice.
my, Martin. That was
Fine.
clutch. Okay.
When we finally returned to the main combat area, we died pretty much immediately, but luckily we had just gone on a checkpoint after we had cleared out the guys who had pushed us back. Then I went into the house, and from there I took out the rest of the enemies before we slowly made our way up the hill. This very short uphill section is really easy as there's only 1 or 2 enemies at a time and usually they're peeking their heads out. Now we are at the final stretch where we needed to send the truck down, plant the explosive, and escape the island. For way too long we decided going left towards the objective where we were meant to go was the best option. But one time I decided to see if going right led to better results.
Okay, let's try and go right hand side. Maybe it's a secret strat.
Sure. There's no cover for me on the right-hand side.
No, that you gotta run really far.
Okay.
Where our marine NPCs are spawning from.
Right-hand side. I didn't even make it out the door.
Okay, look, I need to get some health first before I do my sprint. Yeah, I'm making a run for it.
Am I dying? I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, Martin, run to the very right, where I am.
It did, as there was a lot more cover and a lot less enemies as most of the spawns were on the left hand side and obviously the objective they were meant to be defending was also there. Going from the right hand side allowed us to take a longer but safer route around the edges of the map. Fortunately for us, this part did not feature infinitely spawning enemies and we managed to clear them all out before we planted the explosive.
It's closer than I can get
Hold
you
on.
if you go down.
Wait, stop. It's silent.
Once we did, we frantically ran to the beach hoping we wouldn't get killed, and with a bit of good RNG and maneuvering, we made it. But once we made it, something went wrong and the cutscene wasn't triggered, and I was worried that it was glitched.
Oh. Revive me.
Where are you? My nade.
Again.
I'm missing my nade there.
That's it, Martin. Wait,
Are we out?
what the fuck? Yeah, we're here.
I think we have to. We have to wait for the explosion, and we get flung back.
Yeah.
But luckily, we ran next to the window to trigger the event to the end of the mission, and we won. If you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know as it took ages to put everything together. I'll probably only continue the series if this video gets at least 1,000 views if I'm going to be honest. So if you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and share the video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day.